bust of Abraham Lincoln was found torched in the city's south side. Neighbors say it's not the first time it's been vandalized. CBS 2's Sandra Torres is live at 69th and Walcott in West Englewood. Sandra?
That's right, Erica. Neighbors tell us this statue has been the target of vandalism for years, but this time they say it got out of hand as someone torched it, and as you can see, there are still burn marks around the face. It's a West Englewood staple, a statue of Abraham Lincoln sitting on the corner of 69th and Walcott for almost 100 years.
I grew up with this statue. It's like a landmark.
But days ago, someone vandalized it.
There was intentionality behind purposefully tarring Abraham Lincoln's bust, wrapping it in tar paper, and setting it on fire.
For neighbors, it's hard to believe.
To see this defaced like that, burnt up like that, it's a disgrace to the whole neighborhood.
Even more upsetting for Mr. Jack McGrath.
It was very emotional.
Who tells us the statue has important significance to his family. He says his father placed it there in the 1920s.
He found in a salvage yard somewhere around where he worked. And he and a Mr. Doherty, who lived on Honorary, got the bust here, made that cement block.
Over the years, it's been vandalized.
Before it was burned, they actually vandalized it. I mean, they had a shopping cart on top of it.
And while police try to find out who did it this time, the work begins to preserve it.
It just motivates me more to try and defend and preserve this piece of history in our community.
But you'd like it to stay here on this corner?
I think so, yeah. It belongs here.
And Mr. McGrath says his parents were Irish immigrants who lived in this neighborhood for years. And that is why it is so important to his family that the statue stays here. He's in talks right now with the aldermen to see if they can try to raise some funds to try to refurbish it. Reporting live from West Englewood, Sandra Torres, CBS 2 News. Okay. Rob.
All right, Sandra, thank you.
Speaking about memorials, as crews work to remove that green paint from the Lincoln Memorial, we're now hearing from a woman who says she first reported that vandalism to police. Jamie McDaniel says she and a friend were out checking out the landmark early Friday morning when they spotted the splash of paint. Jay Korf has the story.
And it didn't make
Jamie
sense.
McDaniel of Stafford, Virginia, decided to take a friend from out of town on a late-night tour of the monuments.
You have to go to the Lincoln. You can't miss the Lincoln.
When they got to the Lincoln Memorial early Friday around 1:30 a.m., they heard something unusual echo from beside the statue. A group of 6 to 8 men in their early 20s were being disruptive while standing near a monument that honors one of our nation's most revered presidents.
You know, a lot of profanity words, you know, just stupid things.
The friend she came with, Aaron Gillis, snapped a picture that night with the people who they say were being disruptive in the back right of the shot. Moments later, those men left, and the friends approached the statue. That's when they saw green paint splattered across the marble, green paint that days later remains.
I start looking and I see the green paint, and you look over to the other side and you see the green paint, and then all of a sudden, you know, I'm looking down and there's white paint and it's still wet.
Her mind raced, and then she saw 2 20-ounce bottles of Mountain Dew. She says one was carrying green paint, the other white paint.
Either someone just dropped it, but the ironic thing is that there were white footprints leading all the way up to it.
She says she waited several minutes for a U.S. Park police officer to arrive on his rounds.
He was startled. He's like, no way, I was just here.
McDaniel does not know if the men she heard swearing were involved in the vandalism, but she and Gillis hope what they saw, heard, and captured will help crack this case. And many who came to the monument on Sunday to admire an American icon remain mystified that anyone would deface this place of honor.
How could anybody just be that stupid to come in and just throw paint on? I mean, what would be the motive for doing something that vindictive?
Jay Korf for ABC 7 News.
If you've lived in Boston long enough, you've likely walked by this statue in Park Plaza many times, and maybe you knew the historical significance, maybe you didn't. But this is the second time this week that groups in Boston are calling for it to be removed.